Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Down and Dirty. And today I have with me Priyanka Rakshit. Priyanka is a personal branding strategist and a consultant. Currently, she's working at the Organic Buzz as a LinkedIn ghostwriter, but also someone who's managing operations at the company. And, Priyanka is someone who, you're in such a great space because everyone wants to build their brand, and especially when you're at the C-suite level. And I know that's a focus of yours. So I'm looking forward to learning a little bit more about you and also talking about a tool that now you as a personal brand strategist are using, dabbling with, and we'll get into why you like that tool. But welcome aboard, and maybe to get us started, you could tell us a little bit about how you got into personal branding.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for warm introduction. So, hi guys, I'm Priyanka Rakshit. Actually, I'm from Kolkata, but currently living in Bangalore. So currently I'm into personal branding, but I wasn't personal branding from the beginning. I began my journey as a content writer, you can say, from 2020, and prior to that, I was into corporate. I started my journey in corporate in 2018 as a pre-sales analyst. After that, in the pandemic time, I started exploring new things and thought, why not begin my freelancing journey with content writing? So yeah, so after that, I upskilled myself and offered my other services as SMM, social media management. And right now, since I started my own personal branding journey, it was going pretty well, and I explored so many things. So I thought of why not, help others through it. So that's why I am into personal branding and helping others building their personal brand in LinkedIn and Instagram. So that's my short introduction.
So what is a personal brand in your mind, in your opinion? What are you helping? What is the need from, CXOs, CEOs, people who want your assistance to build their brand?
Sure. So, one sentence I would rather prefer saying about personal branding, which is people like to talk to people, not to brand. So, that's the one thing I would say, because whenever you are presenting yourself, people can connect with you more emotionally and will be knowing your brand through yourself. So, that's the more emotional journey, and people will trust you, not your brand. Brand is okay, but brand can't talk to you directly, right? So, a person can talk to you. So like that, if you have a personal brand, you can position yourself in a great way in internet or in social media. You can build a community, then you can obviously have a fan base who will rely on you and who will purchase from your brand. So that's the need of personal branding right now.
Understood. So for someone, who is also dabbling in this or may not know what a personal brand strategist does, can you give us an example of what a day in your life looks like?
Sure. So currently, I am a freelancer, solopreneur, you can say, but side by side, I am doing a part-time job at a startup personal branding agency, which is Organic Buzz. So there I'm writing a content for LinkedIn, as well as I'm managing operations there also. So I'm managing a team of 10 to 15 people there. So my day is pretty hectic. I wake up at around 8 a.m. After that, I do my household chores because I'm a married person, so I obviously have to do everything. So after that, I began my working day at you can say 10 a.m. And after that, I take breaks, but obviously I have to do work till 7 p.m. you can say. But most of the days, the work is pretty, schedule is pretty hectic, and I have to work around at 11 p.m. you can say. So it is
Wow.
a hectic shift. Yeah.
Okay,
Most of the
okay.
day to more than 13 hours or 14 hours, you can say.
Wow. And are you working from are you going to an office? Are you working from home? What's the setup like?
And working from home, that's a relief for me, because if I go to office every day, that will be another hectic thing for me. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
currently.
Absolutely. So you're working from home, you're managing a team, you're also ghostwriting, and I'm assuming you're also kind of keeping your own passion of doing personal branding alive on the side as much as you can, right? So that
Yes.
does sound like a full plate. So in a day when you've clocked into work, because you're also managing operations but also writing, can you give me a sense of the breakup of your time? How much time are you spending in teamwork, in meetings, and I don't know, in planning things versus actually writing or something else?
Okay, so let me go through everything. So first,
Yeah.
I start my day with a team meeting. So in
Okay.
that team meeting, I schedule everything for each team member. So it is 10 to 10:30 a.m. you can say. So I scheduled every task for the day for each team members. So after that, I start my own work. So I concentrate on my own work, and in between, if anything comes up, I ask them to ping me in the Slack. So our communication goes into Slack. So they ping me in Slack, and I have to be, very quick to resolve those problems because it is a startup. I have to be very quick about it. So yeah, I do that. And in the evening, I have another meeting with all the teammates. So I take whatever is going, whatever how the task was, and throughout the day, I take their feedback and I wrote it all down. After that, I update my tracker, and I have another meeting with our founder, and I tell them whatever happened in the entire day.
Okay. Okay. And then are you also writing along with this?
Yes, I'm writing along with this. I'm working with in the agency itself. I'm working with three more agents owners, founders for personal branding itself.
Okay. So you're, would you say what how much time do you get to write? Like 20% of the day, 30% of the
You
day?
30% a day, because also I have, it's a part-time work, I already mentioned, right? So I have my 2 to 3 other clients as well. So I'm writing for them as well. So you can say 30 to 40% goes into writing. So every day I'm writing content, more than 10 content I'm writing every day, small to medium size or long size. Yeah.
Wow. So when you're writing, when you say small, what is it? 150 words, 100 words, or much smaller, 50?
Small, you can say 100, and long size, you can say 500.
Wow, in a day. I mean, along with managing a team, and this is still just the part-time, right? That you said your work
From
at organic part-time.
yeah, part-time.
Understood, understood. Okay. So okay. So let's start with how do you, I imagine that, yeah, I mean, you must be a superwoman, but you must also be using some tools and resources to help you plan your, personal work, your personal career, your entrepreneurship, your journey, as well as your business, as well as what you have to do at the Organic Buzz. So what are you using across the day to help you move forward?
Sure, sure. I'm using tools. Right now, AI is a boon for us, because if you can use AI proper way, there is a lot of time you can save. So that's what I did. I explored AI such a way so that it can be helpful, it can be beneficial for me. I can save time through it. So planning part I do in the mostly on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I plan all the content out. Writing part for the weekdays. So that's the thing I do. I plan content. For planning and researching content, I use several tools. You can say Exploding Topics, BuzzSumo.com, Answer the Publics, AnswerSocrates.com. These are the tools I use for planning, researching for the content. After that, whenever the writing part comes, I use ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is a AI tool. You can humanize it, right? So I write the content, and for researching, there is another tool, AI tool itself. It's a tool called Perplexity.ai. Recently, I came to know about this, and this is a wonderful tool for research. So when you have the content topic, you can research it via the Perplexity.ai. And after that, you go to the tool ChatGPT and write the content out. And after that, you can humanize it. There is a lot of AI tools for humanizing content, so you can use any of the tools and humanize it. And you can also write the hook by yourself. You have to write the hook by yourself, because hook can't be written by any AI tool. So that's the thing I do, and it really saved a lot of time for me. And for you can say 1 hour, I am able to write 5 to 7 content. Yeah.
Wow. And once you write it, what happens to the content? Are you posting it right there and then? Are you scheduling it? Are you using what software are you using to do the
Yeah.
posting part?
Sure. So whenever I finish writing all the content, I take adha ghanta, 30 minutes time to review it once everything is okay or not. After that, I schedule it. You don't need to go to any scheduler because whenever you use a third-party scheduling tool, sometimes account might be restricted for LinkedIn. So I use LinkedIn itself for scheduling. LinkedIn have a scheduling feature, and also Instagram have also having scheduling feature. So I use a LinkedIn scheduler and Instagram scheduler itself. And in a weekly basis I schedule content, you can say.
So let me get this right. You plan this on the weekend, and then on the weekdays, you said you're writing about 10 content pieces a day, roughly. So writing these content pieces, I'm assuming this is a split between your own content pieces and content pieces for clients,
Yes,
right?
correct.
And the stuff that you're writing for either one of them, you're using their native platforms, wherever you're going to be promoting this, you're using schedulers in the native platforms itself. So every day you're writing content and scheduling, writing content and scheduling. Is that what's happening on
Write
weekdays?
content at once and scheduling at once, because I write a week prior. I have a buffer time of 1 week. So I get enough time to schedule content in the weekend, because whenever I'm writing, it won't be possible to schedule then and there. It might be, I should follow the content calendar as well. And clients should also review the content. So I have to have buffer time of 1 week, so that I can have enough time for doing the changes and all.
Okay, so you're writing during the week, and then on the weekend is when you're scheduling and planning. Is it
Yes,
roughly
correct,
how?
correct.
I see, I see. And this is something that has worked for you. I'm assuming you've tried and tested different formats, and this is the order of events that works for you.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you have, I understood the content piece, but you're doing more than that. You're also managing, operations at Organic Buzz. And is there anything that you're doing for that? Like, are there other software and tools that you're using you mentioned Slack as a way of communicating between, team members. Is there anything else that you're using from a productivity perspective or a scheduling perspective?
Yeah, Slack we use for communication purpose with the teammates, and for communication purpose with our clients, we use WhatsApp groups. So there are two communication channels, one for clients, one for teammates. Slack is for teammates and WhatsApp group for clients. And another tool we use is Notion. Notion is a project management tool. There we manage all the projects we have in hand. And for content calendar purpose, we use Google Sheet, because it's easier to share with all the teammates in Google Sheet. So that's the three tools we are currently using. So we don't want to be much complicated. So that's why we are trying to very easier with all the teammates.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Acha, so let's talk about, I know we're going to talk about Perplexity. It's something that you're excited to talk about. It's a new tool that you've discovered. Before we get into the tool itself, can you tell me, how did you learn about it?
Okay, so I was talking to one of our teammates in Organic Bus. He actually currently discovered that tool, and he was very excited to share with everyone. So I talked to him, and so I just gone through the AI tool, and saw that it's a very good tool. If we can use it properly, it will be very much easier to research the whole content, because in content research itself it take too much of time. You go to different platforms, different Google, it will take too much of time. So if you have just one destination for content research, it will be easier for all the ghostwriters and content writers, and we can write different content in a very short time. So that's the thing I decided to do from past 2 weeks, and it is working for me very amazingly working. So that's
Okay.
why that's why I thought of sharing this tool with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will get into it. So I have one more question. So, okay, this is a tool that helps you do research, right, on the content before you actually end up writing it. Because you said that's when you use ChatGPT for some help. Then you clean it up on your own before you put it out. So before Perplexity, what were you doing before that when it comes to research?
So before that, I was completely dependent on Google, and you can say different social media platforms, because social media platforms itself is a very great research tool. If you follow the industry leaders, they definitely post a very good content. So I used to follow their content and take inspiration from them itself. So yeah, it is an inspiration, not a copy, because I also add some my research inputs from Google itself. So that's what I was doing. I was also using YouTube videos. YouTube videos is also great tool for research. So yeah, those are the things I was using.
Got it. Okay. So let's get into the tool, because my first question is, if you already doing these things and you already, were following people, getting the ideas that you needed, then how did Perplexity make your life easier? Let's get into the tool and you can tell me how it's different from what you were doing before.
Sure, sure. So shall I share my screen?
Yes, please.
One second. Okay, is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, so okay, this is the tool I was talking about. It's very similar to ChatGPT. The UX very similar to ChatGPT. Whenever you are writing or typing anything here, it will give you information about that. So suppose a content topic. What can be a content topic? Like new productivity tools for freelancers. So typing. So it will generate all the tools, new tools which are in. Also, it will be very easier for you to pick it up. Okay, these are all the tools for freelancers for productivity purpose. Similarly, anything like new trends in social media. It will gives you some idea, but after that you have to do some own research, because whenever you are writing any content from scratch, you don't have anything in your mind, right? You need to have some input or some kind of foundation data, you can say. So this foundation data, this tool will provide. After that, you have to personalize it. After that, you have to put some own data from other research tools like Google. So these are the things you can do, but definitely it will be easier for you to use, because whenever you are writing content in bulk, right, like me, so it will boost your process. So that's why I like this tool. And whenever I'm asking anything in this tool, it will show there is no problem in this tool. Any glitch, I didn't find it till now.
So, I have my burning question right now is, how is this different from ChatGPT? Why couldn't you ask the same question to ChatGPT? What are the social media trends right now? How will the answer be different?
These are the very basic questions. We can ask ChatGPT as well, but this tool also produces data. So this is the difference, because you can say quick search. These are whatever is going on today or tomorrow, it will update in this tool. It is not like it is last update is 2021. ChatGPT last updated 2021, but it is updated till date. So you can find data also here.
Okay. So one benefit is the fact that it's more up to date than ChatGPT, but
Yes.
and this is free.
Yes. This is
So
also
ChatGPT's paid version, for example, is more up to date. Or Bing, if you use Bing along with ChatGPT, again, that's kind of pulling up more current data. And it seems like Perplexity is also pulling up more current data. So one thing is, okay, the current data part of it makes sense, because you're a content writer. You need to be up to date with what are the most current trends, and this can give you that. Is there any other way in which you find, but let's say you weren't into, that's the wrong question. Let me just ask you this. Is there any time when you would use ChatGPT over Perplexity?
Okay, suppose I have to write something about, very specific topic, which
Okay.
ChatGPT can give me a data about that specific topic, but it will be very, very similar to others as well. There is a very plagiarism problem can happen. But you will get more rich topic. You don't need to go to Google, because Google only produce the same research data, and it will summarize all the data from Google itself, and it will give you. So that's the one I can more rely on this tool, because it will already summarizing from Google, which is already up to date. Google में क्या होता है, up to date होता है सब data. So it is fetching all the data from Google and it will show you here.
Got it. So would it be fair to say then, Priyanka, that the biggest value add of Perplexity is the fact that it is like ChatGPT, even its interface is like ChatGPT, but it is up to date.
Yes, it is up to date, and it will give you also more clear data, and it will be good for you to use this tool if you write a content in very in-depth way. So it will be good for that.
Okay, so let's kind of break that down as well. Can you tell me what clear data means for you? What is clear data?
Clear data means if in ChatGPT, whenever we get any data, we need to cross check if the data is okay or not. Sometimes ChatGPT produce wrong data itself, but it is the data from Google itself. So Google may even find any wrong data. It's a very less chance you will find wrong data in Google because it's fetching data from Google. So you will get almost 99% chance you'll get the right data from here.
Okay, so ChatGPT might make up an answer. We know that. So in this case, it's not making up an answer. In the way you understand Perplexity, it's not making up an answer. It's kind of just giving you information that's already out there. So there's some source that you can go back to for that data. Okay. You also mentioned in-depth. You said if you want to write in-depth, then you can use Perplexity. It's a great tool for that. What does that mean? Can you pick a topic here and give me an example of what in-depth might look like? Let's say quality remains king, number 4. How would you take that in-depth in Perplexity? What if we pick, can we pick one of these and just like, if you had to write a content piece on, one of these trends, what would you do next? Like just normally, what would you do next?
Okay. This is showing. So some kind of data this is showing. 90% of global marketers increasing the maintaining their investment in short-term videos this year. So this is some kind of data which happened this year only. So this is like that you can research it, this tool.
I see. Okay, so you copy pasted a topic that it threw up at you.
Whatever topic you in your hand, you can copy paste it here, and you will find data around that topic.
I see. And yes, you mentioned it seems that data is important to you because it's giving you numbers which are current. It's also giving you the sources. You have all the footnotes, all the numbers there. So if you needed to go back and read some more stuff, that's important to you, it seems, right?
Data creates authority. Obviously, whenever you are putting any data, any sort of data in your content, it will give you authority and catches eyeball faster. So that's why we try to, as a ghostwriter or as a content writer, we try to include some type of data in the hooks or in the content.
Understood. Okay. So how long has it been since you've been using Perplexity?
Yeah, it's just 2 weeks. I recently, discovered this AI tool.
And since discovering Perplexity, how much are you using ChatGPT versus Perplexity?
ChatGPT I'm using because ChatGPT may we reframe the content. So after getting data and after getting content from here, I try to use ChatGPT for content reframing purpose.
Okay, and that is something that you are not using Perplexity for. Perplexity is just as it's a research tool.
Yes.
Okay, understood. So let's talk about sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we use different prompts also in ChatGPT, right? So those prompts won't work here.
Okay. So tell me something. Before we talked about this, before you did a screen share, before Perplexity, you were following the social media posts that's of influencers in an area. You're doing your own Google research. How has Perplexity changed that for you? Are you now not doing that much Google research, or don't need to follow those many accounts, or are you still doing that? Like, what does it look like now for you?
For sure. So whenever I'm writing a very particular, very basic content, I can use this perplexity.com because I'm just exploring this AI tool right now. But whenever I am working for a client, right, I have few clients, right? So whenever I am writing content for them, obviously I have to go to the Google and recheck, cross-check the data if it is correct or not. I can't wholly rely on this tool because right now I'm also totally new into it. So yeah, I am using this tool, but I'm also cross-checking the data if it is correct from Google or not. So that's the thing. Before, I was entirely using different social media platforms and Google itself. I was going to different websites, blogs, articles, but right now I'm getting all the data here. I just need to cross-check it from Google.
Got it. Understood. Understood. Okay. Is there anything about Perplexity that you don't like or that you're not using that much?
Yeah, sure. So Perplexity is good for content research, but it can be better if you want to, um, uh, compete with ChatGPT. You can have different prompts. You can use different prompts, but in Perplexity, you can use prompts here. So
Okay,
I don't
so
know if there are any prompts here. So I'd love to use there itself.
okay. So what's an example of a prompt that you would like to use here, if you could?
So anything related to research, right? I don't have anything in mind, but research may I can use different prompts, like pick up different, in a particular section of time, like 2022 to 2023 data I want. So for a particular topic, I want data from this particular segment of time. So like that, these is a example of prompt.
Understood. Okay. So having a conversation and kind of scoping it and saying, I want data from this time to this time, and maybe some other constraints, write it like this, make it conversational, all that stuff is not happening in Perplexity for you. But if it did happen here, then you would drop ChatGPT and just stay in Perplexity.
Yes, definitely I will use it more.
Okay. And is there it also looks like there's a difference in the interface, like just the appearance of Perplexity versus ChatGPT. There's a, even though they're laid out the same way, it does look a little different. Does that make a difference for you in terms of how it appears, or is that what are your thoughts on that?
Because first whenever just you are starting out, it will take a little bit time to get used to it, but after some time it will be easier for you because it's not that much complex. It's simple only. You just need to get used to it.
Understood. Okay. So I think what is very interesting to learn about here, as someone who is writing copy, especially your ghost writing, and you have so much content to put out, that this has given you a jump start to thinking about what to even write about, right? And then you get data over there. Would it be fair to say, once you've got an idea from Perplexity, are you then just straight away putting it into ChatGPT and having it render an article and you tweaking that article, or are you first writing and then asking ChatGPT to tweak that?
Yes, definitely. I am fetching data from this tool. After that, I write it in Google Doc or Notion. After that, I go to ChatGPT because you can't put the data or everything into ChatGPT because ChatGPT won't understand anything if you put right away. So yeah, I need to put it into another tool in maybe Google Doc or maybe Notion. So after that, you go to ChatGPT for a different purpose.
Understood. So can you tell me, just generally speaking, let's stop talking about the tool in particular, but how has this workflow, this ability to do quick research, to write something, to have ChatGPT make it beautiful, and then you being able to post it, using the platform schedulers, how has this workflow of yours enabled you to do your work better? Like, what is, how is it impacted your work?
Okay. So whenever you do any kind of task manually, it takes generally much more time. But whenever you take help from any kind of tool, it will be easier for you because it's similar to having your own assistant. So AI tools does the same job for you. It helps you to save your time because take an example, like whenever I am searching any content manually in Google, I mean whatever content topic can be for the next week for my personal branding in LinkedIn. So it will if I search manually, it will take more time. I will be completely clueless what topic should I post. But whenever I am searching for a particular purpose, like what are the trending topics right now, or what are the topics in my niche are going into trends. So I'll go to the exploring topic or Google Trends, and it will be much easier for me to find out, because in the Google Trends or exploring topic, when I'm searching with a particular keyword, it will appear everything, whatever is exploding or whatever is trending. So it will be much easier for me to find out, and it will take much lesser time. So like that.
Okay. So you have Google Trends and you have Perplexity. You have of course your own accounts that you might be following in order to get ideas, and then you move on with that. So tell me something. If AI is saving us time, right? Like a lot of time, from researching to writing, beautifying, uh, what are you using that saved time for? Like what do you do when you're able to do, are you doing more work, or are you using the time to do something else? Let's say it saves you 2 hours a day from doing research work.
Yeah, obviously, because earlier I just used to work with 2 to 3 clients only for ghostwriting, because I have to do everything manually whenever I was not very friendly with AI tools. But since I am friendly with AI tools and I am using this for myself too for quite some time now, so I am very friendly with the process right now. So I can take more clients, and right now I'm working with more than 5 to 6 clients. So it definitely benefited my yearly revenue goal. So like that, it has benefited me.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so what this is allowing you to do is do more work and just get on more clients and make more money because
And
of artificial intelligence.
help as much as people you can,
Absolutely, help people with their personal brand. Grow yourself, right, as a brand strategist, and make a name for yourself on LinkedIn while you're helping others make a name for themselves on LinkedIn, right? Because that's your main platform. Priyanka, thank you so much. This was really, really helpful. Are there any other comments or anything that we've not talked about that you want to share before we go?
Yeah, I mean, if you are just starting out as a, your personal branding journey on LinkedIn, do not leave it, because I did a mistake. Once I started, personal branding journey in LinkedIn in 2021, and after that I left it for 5 months, and everything shattered, and I had to start from from scratch. So don't leave it. You can be we can't be very consistent. You at least try to post 2 to 3 posts every week, so that LinkedIn algorithm pushes your content in a way, and you don't really LinkedIn don't really ghost you. So that's the thing you have to do if you are starting your personal branding journey on LinkedIn. Don't discontinue your journey.
Okay, fantastic. And this is good advice for anyone, whether they're building their brand or not. If LinkedIn is a platform to communicate, then stay consistent in your communication. Correct? That's what you're saying. All right, Priyanka, thank you. This was fantastic. And I hope you have a wonderful wonderful day ahead.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great talking to you as well.
All right, bye. Thank
Bye.
you. See ya. Bye.